very specific thoughts about the movie and the part and what worked and didn't work for him. And I think I just nodded and smiled a lot and agreed with everything he said.
In 1990, Pretty Woman looked like the perfect Hollywood love story. Glossy smiles, designer gowns, and a fairy tale romance that seemed effortless. But what audiences never saw was the chaos simmering just out of frame. Behind the polished fantasy were moments the studio hoped would stay buried. Accidents, pranks, rewrites, and risky choices that nearly changed the movie forever. And each one reveals how fragile that magic really was. One of the film's most joyful scenes, Vivian singing Prince's Kiss in a bubble bath, was anything but carefree to shoot. To keep the bubbles thick under hot lights, the crew used industrial detergent, not soap. After hours in the tub, Julia Roberts' skin began to burn and the harsh chemicals stripped color from her hair, forcing production to stop so it could be fixed. To make things worse, during one take the entire crew silently slipped out as she dunked her head underwater. When she surfaced, she was alone. Her shocked laugh was real, born from exhaustion, discomfort, and surprise, and that raw moment is exactly what ended up on screen. Even the story itself was once far darker. The original script, bluntly titled $3,000, was not a romantic comedy at all. It was a harsh drama about power, money, and disposability, with no happy ending and no rescue. Vivian was written as broken and traumatized, Edward as cold and predatory. When Disney stepped in, the entire tone was transformed. Pain became charm, darkness became fantasy, and the ending was rebuilt from scratch to fit a modern Cinderella dream. What began as a cautionary tale was reshaped into a genre-defining romance. Julia Roberts almost did not survive that transformation. At just 21, she was considered too raw and intense by executives, who quietly searched for safer stars. For weeks, her role was uncertain. Director Gary Marshall fought for her, insisting she was the heart of the film. When she returned, the pressure was crushing. She shook before takes, battled anxiety, and sometimes had to be iced between shots. Yet once the camera rolled, that fear turned into vulnerability, and vulnerability became magic. Some of the film's most iconic moments were never planned. The famous necklace scene, where Richard Gere snaps the box shut on Julia's fingers, was a spontaneous prank suggested to loosen the mood. Her startled laugh was genuine, and it became one of the most beloved moments in romantic comedy history. Few knew the necklace was real, worth hundreds of thousands of dollars guarded just off camera. One wrong move could have shut down production instantly. The set itself lived on the edge of disaster. Julia Roberts barely knew how to drive when filming scenes in Edward's luxury car, stalling and swerving on real streets. Several locations were shot without permits, with crews packing up quickly before authorities arrived. Even the now iconic red opera dress caused a battle, as executives pushed for black until the costume designer insisted red was essential to Vivian's transformation. That choice became cinematic history. By the time Pretty Woman premiered, no one expected the shockwave. The film exploded worldwide, turning a risky rewrite into a cultural phenomenon and Julia Roberts into a global star. What looked effortless on screen was carved from stress, fear, accidents, and bold choices. Those forbidden moments did not ruin the magic, they created it. If you enjoyed uncovering the hidden truth behind Pretty Woman, like this video, share your thoughts in the comments. And make sure to subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin and hit the bell icon so you never miss our next deep dive into Hollywood's untold stories.